Have you ever had a movie hook you with just like one sentence? It happens to me a lot, but none quite as much as this one. It could even be the reason you're watching this video now. But Zzyzx Road, or Zyzix Road, your pick, is the lowest grossing movie in US box office history. Now that claim alone was enough to get my full attention into why, how bad could it possibly be, and just what happened. Now I do just need to put a small asterisk next to that claim. Whilst it is true, there is a little bit to it which I will explain, just briefly, don't you worry. Leo Grillo, who starred in this movie, collaborated with John Penny, who wrote, directed and produced this movie. They wanted to make this movie to get together a bit of a portfolio, back catalogue, and then they would move on to bigger projects. And they wanted this movie to just go straight overseas for distribution. The only problem is, they had a slight obligation to the Screen Actors Guild that they had to show it in the States. What this meant was, they had to have a theatrical release still. They couldn't get out of that, they needed one. So to make sure they met their obligations as minimally as they could, they rented a theatre out for $1,000. This was rented for a week and they showed the movie one day a week in the afternoon, so it wasn't even peak time. You could get a ticket to see this wonderful piece of cinematic history for just $5. And how much did they make? They made $30 in a week. They made $30, giving it the title lowest grossing movie in box office history. What's even better is, out of those ticket sales, one of the makeup designers went with a friend. They were 2 of the 6 tickets, and when Leo Grillo found out, yeah, he gave her the money back out his own pocket. So it did technically make the $30, you could argue 20. Now to make a video on this infamous movie, I had to track it down. Now first off, I just could not find it online. You know, the actual full movie. There's a lot of people talking about it, nowhere to watch it, which is bollocks. I am overseas, it was made for me. So in trying to find this movie, I found it online and bought myself a copy, and here it is. The only problem is, it didn't work. It stopped at the 47-minute mark, so that was no fucking good. So because that one didn't work, I requested a replacement for it. And me being just so impatient to see this movie, genuinely, I don't know what took me over for a moment. I bought another copy whilst the replacement was coming. And yet again, that one stopped working at 47 minutes. Realising there was a bit of a trend going on, you know, somebody was fucking the discs at the factory and you know, maybe they had a personal vendetta. Maybe they were one of the other 4 that seen it, who knows? I decided to buy from a different seller and get myself a different copy of the movie. Like the same movie, but just made by somebody else. And in doing that, I managed to pick up Dead Ahead. It's the same movie, don't worry, just by a different name. And after that arrived, well, lo and behold, I got that replacement from my first copy of it. Here it is. Sealed, as you can probably see by the shine. So long story short, I was fucking dedicated to see this movie, make a video on it for all of yous, and I may be, don't quote me to this, I've not fact checked it, but the only person who has, on a consumer basis, is currently sitting with 4 copies of Zzyzx Road, well 3 in Dead Ahead. So with that struggle I went through to make sure I can get this out to you, I have one request. If you enjoy what I do here, and you enjoy this video, share it with someone. Let's make this video pop off for all the right reasons, but equally the wrong reasons. So without further ado, grab yourself a drink and let's just see how bad the lowest grossing movie in US box office history can really be. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty bad. This is my breakdown of Zzyzx Road. We open immediately on a sandstorm, and the music sounds like a video game opening menu. I know that's vague, but it sounds so familiar to me and I just can't place it. If you know what video game that is, do let me know, because it really annoyed me watching this movie. We see some gambling going on, some lovely fluffy dressing gowns, not house coats. I am sorry, house coat lovers, but I'll die in that hill. It's a dressing gown. It's a gown to get dressed in. We get a shovel, some IDs, it's just setting up a lot of the plot points going forward. After all that, we finally get into it with an extreme close-up on our main character Grant here. Really close. It's so close to his face. He's just talking business and financials, you know, the fun stuff.
Anyway, it's important to plan and save. I tell all my clients the same thing. We're all getting older.
He is 100% not talking in this shot. We pan out and we clearly see him talking, and he's very animated when he talks.
Sometimes things go wrong. Last year I lost $90,000.
I'm not criticising, I am too. But here, it's just his eyes. And honestly, he just keeps on going. It's a strong start to the movie.
Put me flat on my ass. with a family. That's hard. Puts a lot of stress on you.
He's a struggling businessman, his wife Brenda is back at work. Good on you, Brenda, you know, double income household. You go get it, girl. And we are quickly introduced to Marissa.
I tell you that?
Hey, do you think Britney Spears was really in love with Justin Timberlake?
I'm going to say this now though, get used to that fucking ring pop. Like, it's all through this movie. She loves to suck. And that's not even a joke, she's a dirty little minx, we'll come to learn. She clearly isn't interested in Grant's financial TED talk from the driver's seat.
Ugh, he was the hottest guy in school, and I never even got to bang him.
And he actually seems a bit hurt by that.
What's wrong?
You asked me about paying taxes. I'm explaining a sapphire to you.
Oh.
Like, that was his big moment to shine, you know, educate the young lass. You know, she's all about ring pops and he's about business. But she tries to make it up to him.
Name your price. Anything you want.
Oh, baby.
You know I'm good for it.
Oh, come on, you're getting that cinnamon shit all over me.
Wait, cinnamon? What the fuck? Do they come in cinnamon? I've never heard that in my life. No. Is that a thing? Does that exist? Doesn't sound nice. We just learned that Marissa's finances are a little all over the place, and he is trying to sort through her story.
We have to focus on what we're doing here. It has to make sense.
Whatever.
Not whatever. Now start again. Where were you when it happened?
With you at the casino.
Where are these guys off to exactly?
We're coming up to it now.
ZZ, what the fuck is that?
Zizix, it's a road.
Oh, they said it. Grant is just told not to feel bad about Joey.
Joey was a real asshole. He even burned me once.
I am sure we're going to find out soon who Joey is exactly.
Did you ever notice this? Right in the middle.
The weather's picking up, it looks horrendous, and it's about to pour down.
Did you see that? You think it's gonna rain?
No. That's heat lightning. Just static.
Oh, sorry, Grant, just a little bit of static, my bad. Marissa here is just drip feeding us information about Joey, and we are left as an audience wondering who exactly he is and what the fuck went down.
Joey would have come after me next. He would have killed me. You've given me a whole new shot. I don't have to go back there ever again.
They start to snuggle on up, and Grant is clearly a bad guy. Talking about his wife during his TED talk and now this. Marissa looks bloody comfy though, until... I have a lot of questions so far. Like, a lot.
What the fuck was that?
They pull on up to nowhere, and I can only guess this is to make sure that Joey is 6 feet deep. She just keeps on sucking her cinnamon ring pop, and it is confirmed Grant did kill Joey.
As much as I'm glad he's dead and all, I just don't... blood stuff really creeps me out.
But how did he do it exactly?
What did you hit him with?
I told you, your vibrator, the back massager.
Man went Saints Row on his ass. Well, maybe not his ass. That would fucking hurt, wouldn't it? He did die.
Bet they never thought that thing could actually kill someone.
Grant sets off to do the dirty work and leaves Marissa to her ring pop. We get a boot shot and it is that dressing gown. So all that like imagery in the start did just spoil like the main points going forward. Marissa gets out the iPod because it is 2006 of course and everybody had one and stretches those pins for us. Grant though is a little inexperienced with burying bodies. This is clearly his first time. He fumbles around a lot. He heads on out looking for a good dig spot with one of the smallest torches possible. It's like one of those little blue lights that you used to get with the invisible ink pens and you'd write like shite secret messages. That's what he's going out to bury a body with. Absolute darkness aside, he finds a spot.
Shit! God damn son of a bitch!
Never mind. Meanwhile, Marissa is giving herself a sniff check. Grant just keeps on struggling here, while Marissa, fuck me girl, you are giving it a hard sniff. Who wrote you, Marissa? Like, I know who wrote you if I look up the credits, but I don't know who wrote you. From cinnamon ring pops to giving the biggest sniff in the world to your little piggies, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? Why is this a thing? Why have I got 4 copies of it? Ah. Anyway, we have a dig site now to get the body, and uh-oh, Joey has done a runner. Oh, she was trying to boop herself in the nose with her toe. That's less weird. Kind of. Isn't it? I still stand by my breakdown. That's fine. Why have I got 4 copies of this? Grant hops back in the car though and gives us some stellar acting.
Joey, the body, it's gone.
It's what?
It's not there. Did you see anything?
No.
Did you hear anything?
No!
It's starting to make sense now why on the front cover of the DVD, he is the only one without other movie titles they've starred in next to their name. Like, you don't see that often on DVDs, it's weird it's there. It makes sense why his is empty though, doesn't it?
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure it's a trunk. It's not like I could lose it in there. He must have gotten out.
We learn now that Grant took out Joey, but Marissa didn't see him dead.
But he looked dead.
Well, yeah.
Well, obviously not dead that he's done a runner, but you know what I mean. She never seen the outcome of this tussle.
Oh, no.
We cut over to party time flashback. Now, before we move forward, what the fuck is this set design as well? It looks like a fucking jumble sale when someone clears out their attic. You gotta remember, when you watch a movie, see anything in the shot of the camera, someone made that decision. That's the way I see it, and what the... I don't know why this looks like this. Set design aside, Grant and Marissa are getting all sexy until...
Oh my god!
Fucking skank.
This is Joey, and hold up, he's the trucker.
I wouldn't let you turn me into Swiss cheese.
No wonder he knew how to find them. Well done, Joey.
I thought we would slip into a room, and you could check my oil.
Maybe he would have enjoyed Grant's weapon of choice after all. He does make quite the entrance though, so I'll give you that, Joey.
Fucking skank.
Now you're bringing something to the movie. Marissa obviously dips and these two chaps throw down in style. Grant is losing the bout and reaches for that weapon. You said it was a toy. Mate, that's a fucking table leg from IKEA that's not been screwed on yet. Jesus. We learn Marissa didn't even sneak a peek and Grant was left to do it solo. Well, him and his 3 legs apparently. Not gonna lie here, I thought this was the music just being really tense, but no, it's just Grant turning off Marissa's 1 meter member. After all this has happened, Grant has one thing to do: make sure Joey is dead. Yep, that'll do it. We cut back to Marissa and she's just freaking out about every possible scenario you could think of.
Or what if when you were digging the hole, it was like a wild lion or a big, bear or something like that got him?
All of them. She is what if on overdrive right now.
What if he has been alive this whole time and now he's out there?
Even with all her questions, Grant has just got one solution.
We're gonna have to go out there and find him.
He's looking around to see if Marissa has brought along any more of her famous back massagers, but sadly not. It's not like her to come empty-handed. Grant is a gentleman though.
The shovel. You take the shovel.
And she just has one more thing to grab.
No, wait, my shoes.
The dynamic duo set out here, and Marissa is doing that standard scared girl walk thing. Do you know what I mean? Like Otacon sister.
If I were gonna hide somewhere, it's gonna be up in here.
With a shovel and tire iron in hand, they set out, but uh-oh, somebody is watching. Marissa, though, is just forcing a ghost conversation.
I mean, what if he's already dead?
A ghost?
Do you believe in ghosts? No. Why?
She forces it in like a YouTuber forces in their sponsorship on YouTube with the worst transitions.
I've seen a ghost before.
This, by the way, was all just so that she can make the point that her dad turned out his own light, to put it lightly.
And I looked over and I saw him standing by the edge of the bed. And the bullet hole was by his eye where he'd put the barrel, and the blood was still wet like when I found him.
He killed himself?
And then a coyote just cuts through the tension.
What the fuck was that?
It's a coyote.
Oh, it doesn't sound like any coyote I've ever heard.
Well, it's not like in the cartoons, alright? That's what they really sound like.
Oof, move aside, Attenborough. Grant's coming for your job.
Well, it's not like in the cartoons, alright? That's what they really sound like.
We get another spooky figure watching from the background who's definitely not green screened in any way. We reach some cliff edge, and for some reason, this is their focus. You've got to remember, they're in a desert, middle of nowhere, and Joey just ran. He just got out of the boot and ran. There's been no indication he went this way. Nothing brought them here specifically. But this is their focus. Grant's decided though, so he sets off himself.
I'm not going down.
You sure about that, Marissa?
Anything you want.
Grant gives one final look back and... What the fuck is going on? I have 4 copies of this. He really should keep an eye on where he's going though, because he just fucking hot rods his way down the cliff from here. Grant comes to, but he just starts getting like absolutely roasted by his ghostly wife's voice.
You're really pathetic, you know that? If you think I'm gonna stay around while you make a joke out of our marriage, you can forget it.
Brenda.
Are you confused yet? Me too. We have that in common. Don't worry, it'll all be cleared up by the end of the movie. Kind of. Put an asterisk on that as well.
Your shit together, Grant.
He shakes it off and keeps moving. And yet again, he gets hyper-focused on another drop. Why does he keep thinking Joey's down these spots? It does not make sense. I know it's a bad movie, and it sounds like I'm probably just nitpicking for the sake of nitpicking, but you cannot help but wonder why he's focused on these bits. He's not seen a track, there's no torn clothes, there's no blood. He's got a path. Like, his GPS is locked in, and he is on his way.
If I were gonna hide somewhere, it's gonna be up in here.
He is right though, which is kind of annoying. Like, he was right, I need to see her working. Do you know what I mean? But that comes at a cost. A shifty figure rolls by until suddenly... we have got a battle that early Star Trek would be fucking proud of. Grant gets the upper hand before Joey hits us with this.
You're dead. You're both dead.
And what does Grant do?
Marissa, Jesus Christ, where are you?
What, mate? Kill him. You have the high ground. Like, you set out to kill... You set out to bury him. You've already killed him in your head. Kill him now. Grant dips back to the car, obviously, and Marissa's just here chilling, waiting on him, having a good time.
Managed to fight him off. He chased me. Don't worry. He's hurt pretty bad.
I'm sorry, you never actually had him. Like, if I was a betting man, my money would have been on Grant in that moment. Marissa, though, makes a valid point for once. I'll give you that, Marissa.
He couldn't be hurt that bad. Look what he did to you. We should just get out of here.
No.
Then in response, Grant just goes through the most wild mental gymnastics you've ever heard.
We have the advantage now, right? He knows it. He knows that he would have followed me back here. Can't take the two of us. Not when we're together. Well, wait till it gets light out. There's no point in stumbling around in the dark. He's not going anywhere.
I mean, sure. Or Joey's just going to run to civilization again and report you to the police and, you know, live out the rest of his days. It could be either or. Either or. Grant is giving us another Oscar-worthy performance for a man who knows he must kill another to save his own life.
We're gonna get him, Marissa. As soon as it gets light out. All right, we'll get him.
He's too good. We get some flashbacks and Grant is living up the family life until Marissa just slices through that mood. She's rummaging her way through her bag and we see she has a lot of IDs. And Grant starts suddenly asking about her age.
How old are you anyway?
Like, now is the moment he chooses to do that.
I told you, 21.
Fuck off, are you 21? And the movie wants us to believe she's younger.
Right. You're barely 18, aren't you? Oh, Jesus. You could be 17 for all I know.
Oh. So what?
I'm not buying it. I am not buying it. No shame on Marissa, by the way. She is a good-looking woman, but she's 28 here, and now she's trying to be 17? No, the movie just didn't try, clearly. Like, they wrote this on a post-it note.
If it makes you feel any better, I can be whatever you want. Just make it up.
Grant, though, just can't leave it alone. He just keeps pulling on that thread of Marissa.
Oh, I thought you said your father was dead.
He is. I mean, he might as well be. I can't stand him.
Yeah, that was all bullshit you told me before about him killing himself. You know, bullet in the brain and all that.
A girl can dream.
And he uncovers more lies.
I don't know what to believe about you anymore.
Marissa, though, yeah, she still wants to fuck. You have to chill, girl.
We only did what our bodies were telling us to do.
That being said, when a girl that you're seeing, dating, whatever they are, is offering to make you her lolly, don't respond the way Grant responds.
We can do whatever we want.
Oh, Jesus.
That's just rude. I'm going to chalk this one up to one of the worst that Grant's ever had, because he burns himself and then Joey makes his presence known like a total creep.
Oh, cinnamon burns. Ow, stop. Cinnamon's burning. Ah. Ow. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
What the fuck even is that? It's like a meme. You know the meme of the guy with the mustache behind the window? That's Joey right now. Grant evolves into Shovel Knight and he is now on the hunt.
You sit up, bitch!
He attacks a bush too. Maybe that's some frustration from not seeing Marissa's. Who knows? Girl, do you need something in your mouth 24/7? B17, B21, that doesn't matter. In either case though, you'll have outgrown a ring pop at this point. Someone is coming to the car and shit is getting tense.
Graham, where are you? God damn it.
Marissa.
Grant kicks into gear and runs back to Marissa, who clearly never got her license. Women drivers. Am I right, boys? I mean, it's not wrong for the movie. Our lovers regroup and Marissa is now talking in a higher frequency.
Sorry, it's okay, honey, it's okay.
It's really nice on the ears, that's lovely. Thank you. Big Papa Grant just comforts her and all is well. Low-key though, Grant does look like he gives beautiful cuddly hugs, doesn't he? He's like a big old murder, cheating bastard teddy bear. I mean, he's a bastard, but he's still a teddy bear. Cut over to the next day and our duo have had their beauty sleep and they set off to find and kill Joey, who, let's be honest, could be fucking anywhere at this point. Like, anywhere.
What's going on?
I think you hit him last night.
Oh, never mind, he's under the car. Like, they've been sleeping on top of him this whole time. What is this movie? They celebrate until... Oh, it was a dream. Okay, that makes more sense. Loosely, it makes a little bit more sense than the dream sequence. That did seem too easy, didn't it? These two are having some sleepy cuddles, but uh-oh, a snake makes its way into the car. Marissa should be able to handle that. Like, she can handle a lot, we've come to learn. Like, she could pick that up with her pinky. They plan ahead for the future, you know, just the usual chit-chat until she gets striked.
Oh my god, it's spinning! It's spinning! Get me out! Get me out!
How accurate is that snake, by the way? Like, let's watch that again. Roll it back. Look at that fucking quick strike. Marissa obviously just freaks out now for a while.
Oh my god, am I gonna die? I'm gonna die!
Red next to black, jump the fat back. Red and yellow, cuddly fella.
But red is next to black.
Until she is passing out, or having a seizure, or dying. I don't quite know what she's doing here, but she's seeing the light.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Cut to later, and she is awake.
Thank God. Thank God. Oh, baby.
It got really tense for a moment, well, in relation to this movie anyway, and then it's all just over again.
Oh my god, I thought I lost you.
It'll be relevant later, just don't forget the snake bite. Grant, though, being the loving big papa that he is, grabs her some water, and Marissa's hand just like defaults to its like natural position, I'm guessing. She's a dirty little minx after all. They have a kind of lover's quarrel and something is coming. And it is still neither of them, by the way. They've been horny a lot. Still neither of them. Grant spies that her tattoo from earlier in the movie is now gone, but he's too much of a gent to say anything just now. She just got snake bit. Grant is feeling his head again, like Voldemort's closing in or something, and we get these weird flashes, then back to Marissa just being sad.
Like if I could just switch places with your wife, everything would be okay.
Cut to the third person and somebody is coming.
Some people's lives just always seem to work out.
Sun's coming up.
Nah. Hold on a wee minute here. Somebody was just walking right at him, like on ground level. Like just directly walking at him with nothing but a bush between them and Grant, right? And then here we see that there's nothing in front of him. I'm not expecting excellence in this movie, but fucking give us at least the same bush. Joey is closing in and we just cut on to morning wake-ups. Marissa's bite seems to have gone down now, like maybe it wasn't venomous after all.
It's fine. He's been milked, I should think.
Okay, now it is daytime, it is time to set off again, and they go right back to that fucking cliff, don't they? Grant gets prepared with a nice rock and off he goes. Man really has been leveling sneak, hasn't he? We get some blood trails now, so fair play. There is something tracking him to Joey. I'll give you that. He stumbles across a lovely old mine shaft and heads in. My God, he's stumbling already. This is the guy that's on his way to fight somebody. Really? He upgrades the rock for the iron bar and heads in, so I'm glad he's trading out his equipment. These blood trails keep on going, but Grant is ready. That's his big move? Like, that was more like a get off my yard sort of like stick raise than a big attack. Jesus, I hope that wasn't his ultimate. Joey is a sneaky Pete though and is coming for him until... Grant is giving us more of that stellar acting you've come to love, and he is definitely not green screened into a mine shaft. I don't know what you're talking about.
No! I was just defending myself before, you know. You tried to kill me twice.
This is the lead? Really? This? So we learn that Joey is the boyfriend, but Joey also gives us a lot of mystery now.
I'm not your problem. That thing up there, the one that's calling itself Marissa, I gotta tell you this. It's not human.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
It's everything you wanted it to be. It lures you into darkness with treachery and seduction.
Just when it was getting easier too, Joey gets Grant questioning everything.
And there was nothing about it that seemed strange. Try and remember.
Black 8. I told you paid to bet with me.
You are incredible.
Eventually, Grant does give us his thoughts.
I thought she was dying.
That's some fucking good insight, my man. Top tier. Joey gives Grant just one task though.
Has to be done with this. The heart has to be cut out.
You're gonna kill her?
It's not a her. It's an it.
And before I move on, I need to ask, what is this flail? They go back and forth and find some common ground. Joey tells Grant that he can prove that she is an it, you know, like a monster, a creature, and not this 17-year-old cinnamon ring pop loving, toe sniffing girl that he's come to love. All he has to do is bring her back to Joey.
If I can't prove to you that she's everything that I said that she is, then you'll know.
And with that, he now sets off to get Marissa to bring her back to Joey. Voldemort is nearing and she morphs yet again. Grant just obviously lies and says some bullshit and he killed Joey, but he needs her help to bury the body.
Did you? Oh my God.
You know what? Clever plan. For a movie like this, I thought it would be some other bullshit. Like, absolute, like he wanted his rock back or something. But you know what? I'll go with you now, Grant. Good on you. Top marks. They get back to the cave, and to be honest, Marissa just moans about going in.
I don't know, Grant. You know, this is really freaking me out.
Marissa, I need your help. I can't lift him.
Can't you just at least drag him out here, at least to the front?
Eventually, Grant makes the first move.
Which way?
Here, over here.
God, it's so dark in here.
Now, I swear to God, Marissa just asks him once, and he immediately crumbles under the pressure of the question.
You said you were sure he was dead. You said he was in here. Why did you bring me here, Grant?
Like, that's all it took for Grant to come clean.
Joey wanted to show me something. No, I didn't really believe him, okay?
Like a mother kangaroo looking for her child, Grant is lost.
Joey, where are you? God damn it!
He keeps backing up, the light melts Marissa's face again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And she has been turned into attack mode.
What did he tell you, Grant?
Grant grabs a bone at his foot because he forgot he had a knife somehow. Luckily, he remembers his knife in the nick of time and sticks around the leg with it. And then he just dips hard. Like, he just keeps on dipping at this point. He dips a lot in this movie. He meets his enemy though. He stumbles down the most shallow little mound of earth you've ever seen. It's like an invisible wall in a game. But don't you worry, in his time of need, Joey is there to catch him.
Jesus Christ!
These two guys get to bonding.
She's trying to kill me.
Of course she did. You know what she really is now.
You're the one that knows how to kill her. You gotta go back down there. Get your ass down there, god damn it.
It's a weird synergy in this movie. Like, they're all not pals, but they're pals. It's fucking weird. Joey got some cold feet in the first place, but he's committed.
She's trying to kill us, unless we kill her first.
Let me see that knife.
I got her, look. I got her good. She's still in the mine.
Now, so Grant, again, just goes with the flow, believes him very quickly. He's very easygoing.
All right, listen to me. We have to go back.
Has anyone ever shown Joey how to hold a knife?
You lure her out. I'll stick her with this.
He's all over the place with it. These two come up with a plan. Grant is going to run distraction from outside, and Joey will pounce when Marissa leaves the cave.
I'll jump from over here.
Grant, being that beautiful big Papa Bear, breaks out the sweet talk.
Honey? It's Grant. I'm sorry about what happened.
You stabbed her, mate. You're going to have to do a little bit better than that.
I don't know what I was thinking. I just got so confused. I panicked.
Shouldn't Joey be hiding under the door's height? Like, he's holding that knife way too high. Grant's Spidey, Voldemort senses are tingling, and we pan up to Marissa now up on the ledge.
What is it?
She has a bone in her leg now, but he only stabbed her with a knife. Someone better be giving us fucking answers soon, by the way. Please. Marissa hears the men bickering and just heads over to have a little peek for herself.
Where? I can't help her, sure, but she's really close. All right. Well, how do you know? Because I can hear it. That sound she makes.
We see Grant is solo, and oh shit, the penny has dropped. Joey doesn't exist. Joey is in Grant's head, which I know is giving you all so many more questions, and trust me, I am right there with you. We flash back to the night Joey broke in, and Grant is still holding Marissa's toy.
What's going on, Grant?
He has another mental freak out, but this time it's his wife talking to him, and he tucks an alive Joey away.
Grant, I'm scared. I think we should call the police.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You just wait there. I'll take care of everything.
He throws the shovel in the boot, the suspiciously empty boot, and then we cut back to present day. For the record, I'm totally aware that the colour correction and quality has significantly changed. They don't explain it, but you'll come to understand what the fuck's going on. It's like a perspective thing. Marissa tries making a call, but Grant is now on the hunt.
It's her. Think she heard us? I don't know. We should split up.
Come on.
She gets away and manages to dip, thankfully. Like, we're now kind of shifting to Team Marissa. It's impressive how much we went from disliking her and thinking she's weird to kind of worrying about her. She gets herself all the way to the road and sees a camper with a sniper rifle in the distance. Oh, no, never mind, they're gone now. They must have ducked under the wall or something. Seeing some life though, she heads on over. She's needing fucking anyone at this point. She's got an insane businessman try to do TED Talks and kill her. Grant is zigzagging his way here exactly like the Stark boys should have, and Marissa is breaking into some trailers. Scary dog appears, but it seems to like Grant.
Hey.
You know, dogs, they've got a good sense until now. They shouldn't enjoy Grant, they shouldn't like him. Marissa escapes, but uh-oh, someone has came home. Joey appears again, and this is the moment I reckon that's why we changed effects. You know, when it's more dim, we're in Marissa's gritty reality. And when it's a bit brighter, we're in Grant's fucked up view of the world. Does that make sense? That's kind of where we're going with this. Marissa calls out to the southern Tim Robbins character.
Help me, please!
But unfortunately it was all for nothing. These doors are blocked off like every video game ever, but she keeps on moving. Grant just misses a shot and she hides away. But uh-oh, Grant finds her, and unfortunately his audio cuts off just a bit too early here.
We know who you are.
Grant is clearly pissed here at this moment, but with some quick thinking, Marissa scarfaces him and dips.
Son of a bitch!
She grabs the key from dead Robbins, but he's alive.
Help me.
And Marissa could not give a shit.
Please don't leave me.
I'll bring back help, I promise. Don't let him see you alive.
Grant pops up, and I'm not gonna lie, I've got no idea what the fuck happened here. Like, how does this work exactly? The truck gets shot, and then Joey tells Grant, well, Grant tells Grant, I suppose, that it needs to be a knife kill.
Save it. Got her, Mom. No place for her to run. Let's be done with this anyway.
He must be going for that plat or something. Marissa does that patented girl in distress fall, and Grant is having another Joey meltdown.
She's done. All I have to do is finish her now.
Here? We should do this here out in the open like this?
Of course.
Grant just keeps on freaking out until Marissa makes this smart play.
Grant, if Joey is really there, then tell him to shoot me. Give him the shotgun and make him do it.
Don't listen to her. She's tricking you.
Prove me wrong. Give him the shotgun.
We start getting some scenes with the newfound knowledge, giving it some context, and Grant has been behind all of it, which I know you know at this point, but they make a point of showing you it. He was also scared of his own face too, it seems then. That's what scared him.
Oh, stop. Jesus Christ!
His own face. Joey runs across to kill her. Well, not kill her, as a truck's coming.
Weak son of a bitch. You're gonna get us both killed! I'll do it!
Grant makes one final plea for love.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, God. I didn't even see him! He came out of nowhere!
Out of nowhere. Mate, he was stood there since before you had your fucking license. They have a moment and Grant just starts drifting off.
I love you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God. I'll go for help, okay?
Was the driver just silently watching for that whole time? We just slowly see Marissa getting down on her knees. In a nice way. We know she's not a lolly lover anymore. And that is credits. I have some questions, as do you possibly, so maybe we can hash this out in the comments. So obviously we can't trust Grant, right? That's kind of the point of this movie, both as a narrator and in his marriage, you dirty bastard Grant. But if Joey wasn't real, then what was the initial thing to trigger all these events? Because if you dial this back between like what's real and what's not real, right? You still end up with Marissa and him in the desert burying a body. So as far as she knows, somebody's in the boot. Who broke in the door? Because her escaping to the bathroom in a moment of panic, that happened, right? That has to have happened in this movie. Otherwise, none of it makes any fucking sense. Well, it doesn't anyway. But you know what I mean. If she didn't do that, then she wouldn't have been in the car with them, going to nowhere to bury a body. Like, it has to have happened. So all I can really take from this is a movie about a man who was struggling with his own dickishness, having an affair, and so he created Joey, this kind of nemesis in his mind, to put the blame on, I suppose. and reflect him being a shite husband and probably shite in bed. That's why she needed that fucking weapon. And that was his way of justifying it to himself. Does that make sense? Do you agree? Would that be the plot of this movie? And you know what? Given it the title of the lowest grossing movie and all that jazz, it is accurate. It's not the worst movie I've seen. It really isn't. I've seen a lot worse. What it tried, I respect. I like that it tried a movie with, you know, a few characters and then it just recontextualized everything. It's a fair twist. However, imagine they just leaned into Joey being like a real life demon hunter and Marissa was some like seductive succubus character. That would have been the movie for me. I would have bought 10 copies. So with the movie now behind us, have you seen Zzyzx Road before, or was this your first time watching? And what do you make of the movie? Because there are some moments where it's good, right? Like, see later half Marissa, I'm here for her. I think she was actually really good in the second half of this movie. She was a badass. She got escaped where she had to escape. She played the smart play. I could have seen more of her. Early edition Marissa can fuck off with her cinnamon ring pop for all I care. Leo Grill don't act, ever. Not that this really was acting, let's be honest. It looked like you're reading lines for the entire movie. For being a movie that had a small budget, it was used to kickstart a portfolio. I'm not annoyed. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not annoyed I sat down and watched this movie. I actually had quite a fun time with it. I wouldn't have watched it had it not had the title of lowest grossing though. That is what put it on my radar. But anyway, with that being said, what did you make of it? Did you like the movie? Did you not? Please do let me know. If you haven't yet, do consider hitting like and commenting on this video. It really does help it out. And if you really do feel inclined to, hit subscribe. That would be fucking awesome to see. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching.